This is a training video on how to prep your books, toys, and gear for the Moms Club of Alexandria Northeast consignment sale. And first things first, we want to encourage you to review the consignor guide that you should have received when you registered for the sale over email. It's also available in our Facebook group as a file within the group. And again, that's the Consignors of Moms Club Northeast Consignment Sale Facebook group. If you're not a member yet, please feel free to email us or request it on Facebook and we'll add you. So here you see an individual book that would be for sale. It's in pretty good condition on the spine. And we just affixed the price tag using painter's tape on the back. You'll notice that the pertinent information is able to be seen. You can see the price, the barcode, and the consignor number and item number. And we reviewed this in the My Sale Manager training video, that it's important that those pieces of information are visible on the tag. And we know that there's not a lot of room at the edges of the tag, so we just appreciate you being careful when you're taping your tags. Next, we wanted to show you how you would group together a group of books. So this is a good example of how to securely have a group of books by the same author. So these are some Dr. Seuss books in good condition. And as you see, they're really not going anywhere. They're taped on both ways with painter's tape. You could also use ribbon to do this as long as it's tight enough. It's not going to move around. And then just anywhere on the book, you would affix the tag with painter's tape. Next, we're going to show you a toy that you could sell. So this is a electronic book. You want to make sure before you put your toys that are electronic in the sale that you test them with batteries, and that when you bring them to the sale that they have good batteries in them. They don't have to be completely new, just batteries so that a shopper could test the toy and make sure that it works. And also testing the batteries gives you a chance to go into those battery compartments that are affixed with a screw, because sometimes batteries can corrode and we definitely wouldn't want to sell anything that had a corroded battery pack. So this toy, you would just test it.
Turn the pages to enjoy the music.
And just make sure it works.
To enjoy the music.
Yeah. And then we turn that wonderful sound off, just so I don't have to listen to it anymore. And I know that it works, and I'll put my price tag probably on the back instead of the front so they can see what it's called and be done with it. Finally, we have some gear. And this is a baby monitor, so it's a little smaller, but it's a good example of something that you would have that has many parts. So you could put it in a food storage bag, similar to how you might have done with accessories. You could also do this for a group of toys, like a bunch of action figures from the same series. And how you would affix a tag to this is either pin it to the bag or tape it to the bag. So the food storage bags, painter's tape, and safety pins are going to be your best tools to package all of your stuff so it's secure together and that your tags are on there strongly and visible. So we didn't have any larger baby gear items to show you because we don't have a lot of those running around our houses anymore. But the basic rules of thumb on bigger gear is to make sure it's clean, take off any parts that are removable and washable and run those through the wash, do any spot cleaning that you would want to do, and then put the tag in an obvious place, either with tape or a pin. So those are a little easier to have when you're preparing, and then we try to display those as best as possible and also market those. So make sure to send in any marketing photos you have of those big gear items to momsclubmarketing@gmail.com. But again, if you have any questions as you're preparing your items, please feel free to email us at momsclubconsignors@gmail.com or post a question in our Facebook group and we'll be happy to help. Thank you so much.